Hey everybody, today we are taking you to Taco Bell. All right, look, Taco Bell be expensive and it's not fulfilling, so I'm gonna make my favorite snack at home. A Crunchwrap Supreme. It's very simple, very easy. Black pepper, seasoned salt, garlic, onion powder, salt, red pepper, some taco powder, and some ground beef. So we're gonna oil the pan and get the beef going. My beef is not all the way unthawed. Funny story, well, really quick story. I'm taking my time with the beef today because my mom is supposed to be picking up my groceries on her way home, and unfortunately, she caught a flat tire at work. So it's gonna be a little delay on my grocery delivery. So I had a little time, and honey, I was hungry. So I had a little fish stick with some of my homemade marinara sauce. Yes, check that video out on my page too while I waited. So yes, the meat is slowly unthawing. The water that's going to come out from it being frozen is perfect, just enough for what I need to keep it juicy. And I went ahead and added my chopped red pepper for flavor while it was unthawing because the water is now in there and I want that flavor to also consist of that pepper. The pepper does not have any heat. Anything red pepper, green pepper, those type of styles, those are usually just for flavor. So it's gonna be good for the baby as well. Um, just saying, times is hard, right? This idea came from me seeing another influencer make this on my timeline. I will try to find his page and tag him below. He's a super great chef on here too. But times is hard. So in the midst of waiting to see if this food stamp situation and all that stuff is going to go through or not, I went ahead and bought in bulk. So the order is rather large as well too. So because the order is large, once my mom finally gets home, I'm gonna have to tackle unbagging the groceries. Okay, yes, unbagging them, and it's gonna be a lot. And so you'll kind of see that it's gonna change into nighttime, and it's gonna be a while before I get to try this amazing crunch wrap. So we're gonna start speeding through towards the end, but hey, just bear with me. But yes, I'm adding all the seasons in now. Everything I listed, I just go ahead and apply it. I don't measure. My grandmother said, you know what you want your food to taste like? You make it taste that way. So I simply just shake these items in there. I make tacos often and I cook often. So I'm usually a one time and done. I don't have to double back on my seasonings. The only thing I did have to double back on, I want to say, which is not in the video, is this taco pack. I'm using the less sodium packs with McCormick now, just because, of course, the obvious. I'm black, high blood pressure does exist. So I kind of mismeasured. Normally, I just use about 1 pack with my meat, but I ended up using another half pack of another McCormick just because I just needed a little bit more. So, fun fact, fun little touch that I do. I don't know if other people do this or if it's just like, girl, you ain't said nothing new. But I put picante sauce in my meat just because I wanted to have that good, juicy drip when I have my meat, as well as it sits in the refrigerator overnight. That meat's going to absorb that flavor too. So, it's just a good little, yeah. So we're here. We are building our crunch wrap finally. Starting off with some cheese. This is just some Tostitos cheese that I have. Little queso or whatever. You can use whatever you like, whatever you prefer. This is your own crunch wrap. You don't have to do everything Taco Bell. See it. But we kind of going in the same order. So yes, the cheese is here. I'm going ahead and I drained some of that meat as much as I can, but let's be honest, it's ground beef. It's gonna hold some grease, okay? So I know Taco Bell only give us 2 scoops. Yeah, that's the insider little detail if you ain't know. Baby, I'm giving myself 4. I would, 4, maybe 3, heavy 3. No, yeah, it was 4. I forgot. Um, I can't do much more because we do have to close this thing, okay? And I didn't buy the extra large burrito shells just because this is just a burrito shell I had. I didn't really buy this to plan. But yeah, that was my blooper. I missed the whole freaking pile trying to do some new shit. But anyway, yeah, I didn't have the biggest shell, so it got kind of crazy. I had to chill, and you'll see how I fix that later. So instead of sour cream, because I don't like sour cream, I'm going to use guacamole because they be tripping in Taco Bell and they don't be trying to give you none without paying a bag. So it's going to be good. Now, the main part is if you do use sour cream or guacamole, this is where you do your tostada afterwards because that kind of sucks it down. It adheres to it, which kind of makes it good so it doesn't slide in all crazy while you're trying to wrap it. Like I said, I'm rushing. I'm not sure if I'm going the exact order as a gentleman that I watched and referenced, but I'm hungry. By now it's 9 o'clock and I'm still the only one ain't ate. Everybody else had a little side nacho. They didn't give a fuck. They said, fuck it, Kari. You gonna do the content shit, you wait that long. We eat. So here there is lettuce, and that's just some more shredded cheese. It's just some Mexican craft cheese, you know, the little craft that you can buy in the store. Just put that on there as much as you like. So what the gentleman told me, if you get to this part where you're struggling and you know the crunch wrap isn't going to complete its circle, he said to get a corn shell, like taco shell. If you have that, sit it on top of that shredded cheese, but do not crack the tostada because the tostada is what keeps this crunch wrap's form and shape. You know, that pretty stop sign shape that it looks like. Yeah, when you go to Taco Bell. Right. So this is some heat. It's been heating up probably about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. This is medium heat. When you see a bubble like that, you know, you throw some water on it. If it make that bubble, it's ready. Sit that on that side for 5 minutes or until as dark as you want it. That is the perfect golden brown. Like I said, the grease hit my fingernails, so I pulled back too early. So I released the shell, so it didn't make the full circle, but it did crisp close and it did not fall apart on me. So his idea was brilliant. So I'm cutting it in half. Who don't have pack of Taco Bell sauce at their house? Let's be for real. Fire is my favorite. I have a bottle, but I ain't finna pour it all down my stuff because it's too valuable. So I'm gonna use my packs. Drip, 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 drip. It is dripping out of my hand too because remember I put that picante sauce in there too. Ooh, succulent. I wish I could hear the crunch. I'm still working on my editing. I'm new to this YouTube video stuff, so bear with me, guys. I hope you like this video. Here's a quick close up. It was so juicy. It's so crunchy, so good. I was pleased after all that time, but I hope you guys try it and enjoy. Bye.